Right, hopefully my 25 quid's getting put to good use here, because with this wind and how far I'm sitting away, I don't think this audio is going to track. But anyway, yo, what is good? It is Man Like Chris here, and today we are in a very different location with a very different video. Today I'm going to give you my personal opinions on my predictions for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm cutting it very fine. It is literally an hour till kickoff, and I'm out here in the middle of a field somewhere. I had to go get this chair first. That's my excuse. That's why it took me so long to get this video out. Like literally, with some of these games that are about to happen, my prediction could go in the pan before I even upload this video. But anyway, despite being fashionably late as always, I'm here. That's the important thing. Now you're probably thinking it may seem a little bit excessive to come out here to a football pitch to do this, but you know, the World Cup's a pretty special time. It only happens once every 4 years, and I wanted a suitable background for it, you know, something more on theme than just my room. And I also wanted to seem a bit more creditable giving out my football opinions. I figured this might do the trick. And also the big issue as well, I don't have the budget for a green screen, so I'm going to say it now before I give out my football opinions and you aren't as enticed to do it, but please hit that subscribe button so maybe next time we'll have a green screen.
I heard what you said through the grapevine. Funny thing about your problems, they ain't mine.
Let's get into it. Who have we got first? Group A. That's a very interesting one. I mean, literally, as I said earlier, the game's got to kick off in an hour, so I need to try and rattle through these as quick as possible and also give some in-depth expert analysis that you won't see anywhere else, of course. The first game is hitting the nostalgia feels a lot in a world where nostalgia seems to be very much pushed, and I obviously fall for it because I'm a LARPer that way. This Mexico versus South Africa game, you know, it'll hit right in the feels, you know. It's literally just a rerun of the 2010 World Cup match. I wonder how many people got tricked yesterday when they saw the rerun on YouTube for it, and they thought that the opening game was getting played and thinking, oh my god, how has nobody even tweeted about the opening game of the World Cup? And it's literally on right now. I hate to say it, but I was tricked into that as well until I saw Steven Pienaar on my screen, and then I realised, okay, hold on a minute, this isn't the right match. Overall, it's going to be pretty cool seeing a repeat of that opening game again, 16 years later, minus the stupid noise of what sounded like mosquitoes having an orgy. Listen, all I can say is I'm very happy that I can sort of look back at the nostalgia of South Africa as an 8-year-old rather than a grown man, because I think that noise would have annoyed me more than it does. But anyway, outside of that game, the group's pretty unremarkable, if I'm being totally honest. Anybody can go through, anybody can finish first. I've got Korea, pretty much because of the fact that they've got the bigger names. Like Mexico, I'll give them host tax, and since they've got a young squad as well, they're of an unknown quantity. Czech Republic, they're like your usual average European team. They're hard to beat, they're pretty well organised, but at the end of the day, again, they're pretty unremarkable. So I think they'll just stick around. They'll maybe finish as one of the best third place teams, but again, I'm not particularly sure. And again, if I'm being totally honest, I don't particularly care. They're not gonna impress much, I don't think. And South Africa, I've got a lot of love for South Africa, but I think the only way that they make a deep run into the tournament is if a Tyler song comes on at halftime. That's the only way a South African makes it past the group stage for me.
What the heck?
Ain't time. Oh yeah.
Group B is honestly a free shot. Looking at these names, I'm sure that there's an Italian screaming out there somewhere, because honestly, despite how washed their league is and whatnot, this would have been a free shot of them actually trying to make a mark on the world stage once again.
We got any good tequila?
This prediction, this is more of a guess. I'll be totally honest. Anything can happen here. The team that I predicted first could finish fourth. The team that I predicted fourth could finish first. It's genuinely that up in the air. I mean, for me, my train of thought is that Switzerland are always a solid side. They're always good in tournaments. They'll finish first. Bosnia, they're almost like the Czech Republic. They're pretty solid. They'll finish second because they don't have as many strong teams as Group A does compared to Czech Republic. Third place, who the fuck's in the group again? Very professional, Chris. Oh yeah, Canada. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for them, you know, Justin Bieber, Drake, maple syrup, great manners, and also their pre-match tracksuits go so hard, man. They cannot be wearing those for a maximum of 3 games. They have to roll out in at least a knockout game wearing those. Qatar, honestly, I thought as a country they were a psyop for the 2022 World Cup, but clearly they're an actual country and they've qualified again, which is fair enough, but I think that's all they're going to do. I don't even think they get a goal, if I'm being totally honest.
It's true, I'm an issue. If you don't wanna win, how can I assist you? Make a referee wanna.
Group C. Now, I'll try and be as unbiased as I possibly can. As you can tell by the brilliant weather, I am in fact Scottish, so even looking through an unbiased lens, or even a bias, like even looking through a Scottish lens, Brazil will cakewalk the group and they'll rage bait every team that they play with their stupid little samba dances.
My eyes are bleached. Get that away from me.
And this is probably where the bias comes in, but Scotland will finish second. The last few tournaments they've been pretty unlucky, but it's come to a point now where they've built this solid group of players. They've learnt their lessons from previous tournaments where they've played too safe, and they'll actually go for it this time. I believe that if we do and we play with the handbrake off, we've got a very solid chance of qualifying beside Brazil as automatic qualifiers of the group. Morocco, to me, they're the AFCON runners-up, by the way. Like, gun to your head, name a guy that scored a goal in the final. You can. And if they played till full time, nobody can tell me different. So they're going to find out the hard way, unfortunately, that this isn't AFCON, this is the World Cup. You can't win the games in courtrooms. We'll have to wait and see. Again, it'll be very close. I reckon us and Morocco will be very close. And last place, all I've got to say is, I hate to be them. They're going to beat us, aren't they? They're going to beat us just for that.
Make a referee wanna put a whistle. Everything fit, I'm official.
Now, Group D, I don't know how to explain it, but it gives me Europa League international team version vibes. And it's one of them random groups that I have nothing much to say with, except from the fact that this is the glory of an expanded World Cup. You can argue about the quality of the teams and, how the hell did they sneak in type shit. But at the same time, a World Cup's supposed to be as inclusive as possible. You got guys in Europe that complain when they don't qualify that there should be more European teams because, look at Curacao qualifying. But you've got to also argue the fact that what's the point in that in general if we're going to do that? Because then it'll just be the Euros plus Brazil, Argentina and a couple of mates. Like, what's the point in that? So I think this actually shows off the glory of what a World Cup can be. Anyway, let's be real for a second. Turkey, I think they finally... nobody's given them any dark horse tags for this year, and I think they relish under that lack of pressure. I think they'll finish first in this group. Paraguay have got a pretty strong team. They've lost Enciso, which is a bit of a problem, but despite that, I don't think they should have any problems in terms of qualifying. Third place, Australia. They've had a couple of players that have had some solid seasons out in Europe, so they'll do a good job. I reckon they'll finish third. They'll be okay. Last place. I've spoken shit about Donald Trump on this channel before, so he's probably banned me from ever entering the United States. I'm on some sort of blacklist, so it doesn't even matter where I place the USA. But I honestly think they finished last. I just don't see it whatsoever. I think they'll crumble under the pressure of hosting a World Cup. And I think they'll perform so poorly that Donald Trump will have the whole squad thrown off the Empire State Building. I am positive for a fact that that is a prediction that you've not heard anywhere else, and that is what makes this worth it.
See me on a good day, pulling up looking like a Chico, Boricua screaming out ole.
Group E for me is an extremely interesting one. For starters, Ecuador have got a brilliant core, they've got a really good defence, literally built for knockout football as well. Germany have gone really off the boil the past 8 years. They used to be a very good tournament team, a team that, even if they struggled in qualifying like they have recently, you'd sit there and go, well, it's Germany, but I don't think that even applies anymore. So I think they'll finish second. Even then, Ivory Coast might upstage them because they've got a strong team as well. Diallo, Diamande on the wings, they can cause problems. I think they'll finish third. They'll maybe finish as one of the best third place teams. I reckon they can maybe sneak a draw against Germany or whatnot. Get a win against the last place team who, listen, I'm not going to say much about Curacao. It's nice to have a team like that in there, it adds to the vibes, but on the pitch, I can't see much from them. Honestly, I think that's the one thing that makes me put Germany second in the group, because even if Germany and Ivory Coast draw, the Germans in general, when it comes to their club teams or the national team, they seem to show no mercy against minnows for whatever reason. They just seem to like to try and demoralise them in any way possible. So I think that Germany-Curacao score might be honestly something very scary. Mate, I might finish this video in the car, man. This is getting dire. It's actually freezing out here. I easily could have done this video last week when there was a heat wave and I had plenty of time for the World Cup, but now I'm doing it T-minus an hour out in this blistering cold weather. Half the audio probably hasn't even been picked up because of the wind. Fuck's sake, man. This is such a waste. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Caviar, escargot, I'm a pop stop, yeah. This is platinum rocks.
Group F, I think Japan will really kick on from their last showing at the World Cup. They'll finish first. They're only going to get better. I reckon they win a World Cup very soon in the next generation because they're building some type of anime Blue Lock type shit over there. Like, they've got some scary things going on.
シュートモーション瞬間吸収はじめまして日本
Netherlands and Sweden, I'd say, are almost on the same level, but I just tipped the Netherlands to finish above them. Probably on something really close like goal difference or whatever, and I reckon Sweden will qualify as the best third place team. And Tunisia, thanks for coming, I guess, maybe.
Dance with me, never sink up.
A very outlandish prediction here. I've got Iran actually finishing first, despite the fact that their lives are being made as hard as possible by the US government. Like, just deep how mental it is. The Iranian team can't even stay where they're supposed to be playing their games. They're meant to stay in Mexico, go out to the US, play their game, and the minute they're done, they had to pack up and go back to Mexico. And the reason why it's very interesting is because our very own inaugural FIFA Peace Prize winner Donald Trump wants to bomb the shit out of their country. Seems pretty diplomatic, I can't lie. Other countries get kicked out for any sign of war. Some others can try and destroy and destabilize the nations that they're up against. So I guess, like, I reckon unless something crazy happens, like the Iranians get their visas revoked or whatnot, like they'll go in there with fire in their belly to prove people wrong. Belgium is a weird one because they've got remnants of their golden generation, but this is their golden generation 10 years later. So I think they'll still be strong enough to do something at this World Cup, but not a lot. Egypt will do enough to finish third. To finish as one of the best third place teams, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, listen, they're a below average side. They'll always have Mo Salah, but this is Mo Salah 2026 we're talking about. So, again, it's very up in the air. I would have given third place before to New Zealand, but they committed the heinous crime of losing 4-0 to Haiti and getting me really worried for that opening game as a Scotland fan. So, just purely for that, they're finishing fourth in my opinion. I'm not even going to give them the benefit of the doubt of finishing third. They're going straight home.
We Batman and Robin it. Come for the game.
Group H, this one's pretty cut, plain and simple. I think Spain, one of the favourites to win the World Cup. They'll easily get 9 points out of that group. Uruguay, that's basically just an old person's home, so they'll finish with 6 points and maybe add a couple of extra stars to their badge, who knows. Finally, being serious, outside of Valverde and a couple of other guys that I couldn't even tell you who they are, most of those Uruguay players, they're as old as their last World Cup win. They don't even have Suarez along with them this time, and they're still one of the oldest teams I can think of. Arabia, I don't know, they'll look promising, they'll have, scary moments, but again, they'll be there. They'll get a win against bottom of the group Cape Verde. Unfortunately, I think the best thing about Cape Verde is off the pitch with their fans. Hopefully the cameramen are on their diligent duties in that situation. When I say Cape Verde will be a good watch for the Gunners, but apart from that, yeah, they're finishing dead last with 0 points.
Ain't no stopping it, there ain't no stopping it.
Look at my group I, you can probably guess who I have as flops of the tournament. I mean, that's the glory with the group of death. Anybody can go out at this point, and for me it's Norway, because France, they've got an absolute embarrassment of riches. Like, they'll be fine. Their C team can probably get through this group. Senegal, the real AFCON champions, the guys that won it on the pitch, but unfortunately didn't have Harvey Specter as their lawyers, unlike the Moroccan guys. They'll finish second. They'll do a decent job. Senegal, I'd put them up there as a dark horse. They'll be in and about there, possibly getting into the quarterfinals. This Iraq team, by the way, I'm saying it now, do not sleep with them. They'll finish third. Hopefully as one of the best third place teams, I hope to God, because I reckon knockout football, round of 32, they'll potentially get through. I think there's a round of 16 in there for them if they really lock in here. And Norway, again, they've got Haaland, you can argue, but I think the biggest weakness to Haaland is unfortunately the 10 players that he's got in and around him. It really be your own boys fucking you up. But easy to say, especially if the Arsenal fans screaming at their TV screens right now saying that they've got Odegaard as well. Don't forget about Odegaard. But it's all fun and games until Haaland's waiting in the box for a cross and Odegaard does his 5th side pass of the game for no apparent reason.
No. 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 No.
What?
No. 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 Don't do that! I thought we were having a nice day.
We are.
Why does it matter? G.
But yeah, Norway bottom, remember this.
Like I'm in a paper plane landing in my private is confident.
Now Group J is very cut and dry again. Argentina will finish top. Don't really feel like I have to explain myself for that one, so I won't. Austria simply don't have the players as they did before, so I think that Algeria will be just fine. Austria might potentially get through as the best third place team, you never know. Once again, with the third place things, it's quite a grey area for me. I don't even know how many teams go through as a best third place team. I think it's 8. Jordan will finish 4th because they simply just don't have the players at all.
Religious with it. Time crossing these state lines. Working hard.
Now, Group K, this is a big one for me because this right here, this is what we're keeping warm for our boy Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano, would you like to end your career by winning a World Cup?
Wow, it will be a dream. To be honest, it's World Cup. It's the most difficult competition in the world. I'm dreaming on that. I know it will be tough, it will be difficult, but dreaming is free.
Oh god, I fucked it up. Oh, it's on the line. There's white all over the nose of the World Cup statue person, whatever the hell's supposed to be in the front here. It looks like Diego Maradona and afters. I feel like a spoiled kid even asking this, but Ronaldo, whatever you did at that Nations League last year, can you please just do it one more time? Please, just one more big performance. I beg, man. I watch him more out of hope than confidence, but I think with the midfield that they have behind them, the defence is reasonably okay. Leao, he's literally just said he's going to leave Milan, so I mean he's put himself out there as a free agent on the market, so surely he's going to be almost advertising himself as a viable winger. Hopefully his attacks pack more of a punch on the pitch rather than off it on Chilean guys. But despite that, I think Portugal will finish top of the group. I don't think they'll actually get the 9 points. I think that maybe a draw against Colombia is viable. I think Colombia will be pretty strong this year as well. Congo have got a decent enough side, but again, I just don't think, I just think that they lack the streetwise for tournament football. They've shown that at AFCON despite having, again, this really good side put together. So I think they'll finish third. Again, maybe as one of the best third place teams. I couldn't fucking tell you. I don't know why I'm even bothering to entertain this best third place team nonsense. All I know is Scotland will be finishing there, so I'm not really worrying about it just now. I mean, to be fair, to give my flowers to DR Congo, I reckon they will be a banana peel in the group. And Uzbekistan, I hope they packed lightly because they're not going to be around for long. I'll tell you that much for sure.
Come for the game, no, they ain't no stopping the game now.
Oh, the final group, Group L, and we have got England finishing first. Obviously, do their thing, they'll get the job done. They'll do it in quite possibly the most bland, boring way possible. Football is almost like their food. It is tasteless, but overall, you know, it fills a spot, it gets the job done, but you won't exactly go back looking for seconds, will you? There is no replay value whatsoever. They'll get through the group. They'll maybe get that odd 0-0 draw that they seem to get in every single major international tournament, but despite that, they'll be pretty comfortable. I think they'll be okay. There'll be no real issues for them in the group. The thing I will say is that Thomas Tuchel's selection, I couldn't even tell you what he's going to play with. Although the one thing is that he's very good at tournament football. Like, he won't pick the best players on paper. He'll pick the players that he think will perform best against the particular team on the particular day. That slightly worries me, although it could blow up entirely in his face, which would be even funnier. That's the thing with this World Cup squad as well. The selection kind of sucks a little bit. It's kind of underwhelming, if I'm being totally honest. Like, if you look at the players that he's brought compared to the players that he's left out, it's quite mind-boggling, if I'm being honest. And as a football fan that wants to watch these tournaments to see the best players do their thing, it's kind of sad to see. But as somebody that was born and raised in Scotland, listen, I find it absolutely hilarious. Like, please drop Jude Bellingham. Please play Anthony Gordon over Marcus Rashford. Oh, mate. You know what? At this point, we may as well throw it back to 2016. We may as well get Kane back in corners. But I mean, yeah, all jokes aside, England will be totally fine. Croatia will follow them very closely in second. Again, they've got the same solid core and team overall as they've always had. They'll maybe struggle a bit more, but once again, I don't think they should face too many problems in this group. And that will be wildly unpredictable, but I think that they'll finish third. Overall with that group, England will be fine. Croatia will be okay with their experience. Ghana will just have to hope their goal difference isn't too much affected by either of those games, but they could be okay as a potential third place team to get to the knockout stages. And Panama, just much love, man. It's great to see you guys again, but I won't be seeing you for very long, I'll tell you that much. That is all for today's video. I really thank you for watching this video if you've made it to the end. If you've been offended by any of my predictions or want to just leave some absolute hate if you're from any of these nations that I said won't get far, particularly if you're Norwegian, then feel free to do whatever. If you enjoyed today's video, then please leave a like and subscribe. You may as well if you've gotten this far, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Now quickly before I go, I'll hit the crossbar quickly, yeah? World Cup in hand and all.
And then Ronaldo!
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I thought I did it. Oh, it's all worth the broken back, though. Oh, fuck. I just winded myself. Oh, my God. Nobody's even around to help me. Oh, it's over.